I don't think I've heard anyone be like, oh yeah, I bought it and I thought, I bought it and I think it's crap, or I bought it and just I haven't, didn't want to use it again. Pretty much everyone's been pretty happy with it, so that's cool. Give me a quick moment before we enter the players, guys. I'm just going to double check the bracket. Who does Impact play? Oh, Impact got knocked out. Sorry, I just saw him in the chat channel. Well, this is a good section of the bracket to be in, because the winner of this series goes up against Bunny next. And I think we are just going to keep eyes on MMA for when he might get started in his series. So, eyes on for that. And let's, right now though, go in game and talk about this PvZ. So to the top right hand side, we've been kind of following him today. Apparently it's our way of casting the Kung Fu Cup weekly events where we just latch onto a player, a Protoss player. Last week it was Stats, this week it's Zest, and we just follow them through all of their games. So to the top right hand side, our pink Protoss, this is Zest. And unfortunately an early exit from the GSL yesterday. Our red Zerg player here, Hatch Gas Pooling, is true. Just getting this set up and looking to see how this will go in this PvZ, as these guys are discussing veto order. I would say. It's a little bit of discussion here early on, discussing GSL veto. I don't know. I mean, I don't speak Korean, right? But you know how it goes. Anyways, these guys are having some discussions. And we are ourselves waiting to see how the game really gets started over the next few moments. What's up, man? Doge Pig? Where's Nova? She's hiding behind me. I actually got a cool new Nova portrait. If you guys didn't hear, the Arcade Premium is now out, or Premium Arcade is now out. There's a couple of games in the arcade you can actually buy. So this is really cool, because tomorrow I'm actually going to be streaming through the day. I'm going to be featured on the Battle.net launcher. And I'm actually going to be streaming through the day Premium Arcade games. So you guys should definitely join me this time tomorrow for that. You guys can get involved. We can play together and stuff. It should be kind of awesome. But when I bought them, unlocked them, I got a really cool Nova portrait, and I really like it. I really like it. So Nova is now my portrait on the Korean server as well. So there you go. Today you learned that I updated my portrait. How important was that? I bet you are absolutely thrilled with this knowledge, guys. I would be. I would be. Alright, I'm just checking to see if there's a result for Kyogumiho, because they did come out of game. No result yet. Just keeping my eyes on this, guys. Looks like they went back in game, so it looks like MMA doesn't have an opponent yet. No. Okay, cool. Alright, well, apparently these guys are talking shit to each other and having a little bit of trash talk. As True made quite a lot of lings here in these early stages. We didn't see, we did see the Adept cross the map from Zest, but he saw the lings, so he's pulling back. And we are going to be seeing, well, this one Adept is going to be kind of shifting back in, but there's an Oracle too. I don't think True can really commit to this, but that's a lot of lings that he made. I mean, that's 18 Zerglings. And that's, that could have been so many more drones here, so many more drones, but obviously it isn't. And that definitely hurts True if he doesn't find damage with this. That really hurts True. We're going to see these lings coming off over to the left-hand side, and just going to be having the Oracle popping up here right now. Phoenix on the way out as well, going to be joining that Oracle, as the Oracle currently doing a little bit of a spin, joined by another. Oracles are pretty good at dancing, aren't they? I actually think the Oracle dance might be one of my favorite things in the game. I wish we saw that more often. Like, StarCraft 2 is such a fast-paced game, it's so rare you get to kind of see someone like dancing oracles and stuff. It'd be so awesome to have like dances or like unit emotes or something that you could just use more frequently. That I think that'd be a cool micro. That's the sort of microtransaction I would buy. More than like announcers. Announcers don't do anything for me, a lot of the skins I'm a bit narrow over, but you let me, you let my Marines do like a break dance or something. God damn, I'm gonna buy that instantly. Anyways, we get set up into this Aurora facility coming down for Twilight Council, finishing up 2. 4 extra gateways coming into play. War Prism and Charge on the way out. Chrono boosts on both. I mean, we saw this actually when we were kind of having a little bit of a peek into Stats versus Leenock here on Blackpink. We saw Stats go up to 6 gateways with the Charge lots and the Archon, so Very similar sort of setup here as well. Really nothing too crazy, not really many questions to be asked or anything. As you actually see a couple oracles on the Phoenix diving in there, trying to do some damage on the natural, but not really finding much at all. So, as these guys apparently continue to discuss some things, we are just ourselves set up and looking to see what maybe will come in next. A few more lings on the way out again from True. He just finished up his lab as well, so we really get to start seeing the tech choice now, which should just be Hydralisks, right? I mean, no real reason for this to be anything different, as we do see the couple oracles in the Phoenix being pushed back. There's the Archon drop getting set up now. And this can become very powerful, right? When you can have 6 gateways to warp in from, you're going to have charge and 2 Archons. And then on top of that, you see the ling's actually breaking through here. And he's actually going to get some damage done. I was just going to say, on top of that, you're going to have the oracles that can join in a fight. So you can have a lot of aggressive opportunity here with Zest. These lings obviously kind of slow Zest down and make him focus back at home. This run by is getting quite a lot of damage done. Quite a few probes going down, and it's pulling Zest all over the place. And right now, Zest had to pull back with the Archons. You can't really focus on, microing them when you have so much going on at home that you have to clean up. And now more lings are going to hit the third base. We mentioned True had a lot of lings, and now he's really starting to find damage with these. Now he's really starting to get damage dealt with this. So starting to get quite a bit done. He'll jump onto this Nexus, and the Oracles will clean this up, but I really feel like this was great. 50 drones to 32 probes. Zest has been slowed down massively here in the last few moments. And it's exactly what True needed to just help him out, just to kind of slow down Zest just that little bit, because really Zest was, starting to do quite a lot. And his working out was looking very good. Zest, by the way, has stopped building probes. Zest is just going to go for this. He's all in with this counterattack. He's thrown everything into unit production. He's got some more high tempo, which don't have storms, so it's just got to be an Archon morphing in. Queens go down to the side. Archons are going to hunt down Hydras. Uses the feedback on the Queen. This single high Templar is maybe going to be saved. Another high Templar warping needs to come in here, really. Zealots to the side are kind of on their own. This is becoming a bit messy from Zest. Lifts up that Archon last second. This Archon needs to pull back too. He lost a lot of Zealots here, fighting without the Archon support. And Zest, he has money for a big warp in, but if the Hydras and Queens are too close, it's going to be a little bit too scary for him. He started a pro production again. This is a fairly successful attack, as True is laughing just a little bit apparently. These guys are, Crank's getting a little bit sick of these guys going at each other. Anyways, Lings are just going to jump in, and well, that's another hit on this mineral line, which Zest is just not prepared for. And we are actually going to see this time a recall here, so these units recall, the Warp Prism will stay on the map. That's a lot more damage done again though. Once more, True brings Zest back down to 33 workers or thereabouts, and that really slows this down here. As True, the Lings have done so much. I was actually very worried for him if there's a counterattack of Zest, but I really feel when the Zealots were fighting Lings on their own over here, and the Archons were fighting Hydras on their own over here, it just doesn't work. If the Zealots and Archons fight together here, these Lings go down so quickly, then the Zealots protect the Archons against the Hydras. I really think that's a winning move from Zest. On the other side of things, obviously, True was able to hold on. He was able to force the fight in a couple of different locations. And, you can look at that as well. As much as it may have been a mistake from Zest, it was good by True because he's kept this game so hectic and so busy. It's been difficult for Zest to do exactly what he wants. True just now getting this up. He himself is still not on a great work account, 47, but he has lurkers, and there isn't really much of an anti-lurker army here. There's only one immortal. Zest is supply blocked, so the second immortal isn't on the way yet. Revelation tags most of these lurkers. Lings are going to do their best to protect them right now and get the damage done, which he needs. Lings from the top side as well. Makes us a force around. Here come the Oracles actually coming in, but it takes a long time to actually get rid of lurkers because they do just have so much health. So Zest is able to turn this around. True actually loses a lot. Oh my god. At the same time, Warp Prism's looking for some damage, but didn't really find too much as Zest is now laughing. This is so funny. So basically, True, before Crank was just translating for us, he's like, are you okay? And Zest was like, it hurts, because obviously the run-bys are doing a lot, and now Zest, this little letter is like a k sound, so it's like k, so it's like a laughing sound. And I think he's laughing because he's like, thank you so much for throwing this game yet again. Really quite the banterous game between the two of them, if banterous is a adjective. As you see, the Ling is going to run by into the main. Oh my god, is this just a competition of who can like lose a lead more than the other guy? I think Zest is so far ahead, it's very difficult for him to lose the lead right now, but these Lings will definitely make a good effort at getting something done. He's Zealot's warping in though, and at the end of the day, even if there's 10 workers going down, he's still going to be ahead. Zealot's currently around the place with this Warp Prism as well, continuing to get a lot more damage done here currently. I mean, just continue to unload in mineral lines, picking their way through multiple drones, and just getting so much damage dealt here so far. Some mutas pop up, which is a cute way to try and maybe kind of come back in the game. It's a very, I think, blind true of two of the players who do this a lot, which is throw down a Spire to try and get back into the game with it, you know, play from behind, maybe you can do enough damage, but, well, I mean, already one Phoenix out isn't a lot, right, but another Phoenix has been built, and more on the way, second Stargate coming through as well, and honestly, the Phoenix are kiting pretty well so far. Now he's got a shield battery to protect them, so he can actually kind of fight you a little bit longer, and, well, I mean, he's working his way through the mutas, attack across the map makes this a fully fledged base trade. All you really need here from Zest is to warp in some Stalkers, some defense to kind of deal with the mutas at home. Doesn't need to be a lot, there's not a scary number of mutas. And obviously this army on the other side of the map is never going to be dealt with. So there's these mutas that die trying at the moment from True, and honestly he's going to die trying. There's a GG. Zest takes game number 1 of this best of 3 series. We can see the workers lost in an attack. That is something which cannot be put on unless the players host the game with the WCS Game Heart mod. And in these open events where the players are hosting games, we're sort of just jumping into them whenever we can. You know, the players just kind of get this going very quickly, so they don't host with the mod, so that's why we don't have it. It's nothing I can change, it's nothing I can personally just turn on, like mid-game, because trust me, I would. It's something that's completely on the players' side of things when they host. I mean, obviously, if we hosted the lobby, we could host it with it, but the players host the lobbies, you know, even if you say, hey, I'll host and invite you guys, the players don't get it. They just, you know, they just get started sometimes, so. With that said, let's see what happens as we kick off into game number 2. To the top left, our pink Protoss player. This, my friends, is Zest, who quite often is referred to as the best. Bottom right-hand side, the blue Zerg player from Firestorm Gaming. This is True. Is Crank casting without stream delay? I'm not sure if we need stream delay today. I have a small stream delay of 1 minute on because I'm going to be casting another event later, but that's about it. So yeah, cool. But yeah, there is maybe some stream delay for Crank where there is, or no stream delay for Crank where there is a bit for me. This tournament doesn't really have strict rules on stream delay, so yeah. Alright, well, as you can see here at the start of the game, True is going to block the hatchery of block the nexus of Zest with a hatchery. I always wonder whether this is worthwhile because Zest goes into a second gateway and a cyber core, and very soon he's going to make another couple of adepts, and I really feel like because this was triple hatch before pool, because he goes, you know, the third hatch over here on this side of the map, there's True pauses. As True pauses, sorry, a bit weird. I was just going to say, as 2 adepts come up, there's definitely a potential for a counterattack in the next few moments, so I'm going to try and get in towards this counterattack very shortly. I really feel as though True might be in a little bit of trouble because his queens will be late. He won't have Zerglings, maybe. As we have a little bit of, we'll have a few moments to get into this again. Not sure what's going on right now. Crank will resume. There is the cancel from True last second. I mean, we must have been spamming that as the countdown came through. So they resume, and we are going to be seeing the 2 adepts are currently on the way up. So a couple of adepts continue to be chrono boosted out here. A couple of queens on the way in from True as well. And a few Zerglings continuing up as well. Nexus dropping down on the natural. Warp Gate coming in also. A few probes continue to come down to the low ground. 8 Zerglings on the way up, and, well, I mean, you need it. You need the 10 Zerglings right now, because 2 adepts are going to get a lot done if you don't have a defense ready. So, Let's see what these couple of depths will get up to as he runs straight on in towards the natural. He'll shade to the main, so he's definitely going to commit for some damage here. I mean, the only way out of this would be to kind of cancel here and stay on the low ground, which he will do, actually. Sort of back away, kills a few slow lings as he goes. So that's actually able to keep these adepts alive, at least for the moment. As he will threaten the shade again, which keeps the lings kind of pinned back at home. He's just like, okay, cool, you made so many lings. You know, that's enough for me. I don't need to kill drones if you never made them in the first place. Two depths just backing away towards the center here. I mean, I'm just going to be seeing the Stargate on the way up in the naturals. So Zest going in towards a bit more of a kind of a standard follow-up at this point. Just going to be setting up in towards, again, like a weird opening in towards a bit more of a standard kind of follow-up now. From True, meanwhile, he just gets into the evolution chamber in towards a third hatchery. And wait to see what happens from now. Phoenix is on his way up at the moment, so going to be trying to hunt down this Overlord in the next couple of moments. There's a second Overlord as well, but True is already pulling back. Obviously wants to kind of try and keep this away from a Phoenix and make it a little bit, at least at the very least, kind of make it harder to find. So either it maybe stays alive, or can just stay alive for longer, which is also good. If it stays alive for longer, you don't have to build a new Overlord as quickly, so it doesn't affect your economy as much. Overlord goes down and Twilight Council now behind the back of the main base mineral line. You see the Robo facility is obviously came down initially, so Prism into Temple Archives, I think, really. I mean, what else are you going to do with this later? Twilight Council charging Temple Archives is like the way to go. So, really, you know, shock horror. Zest is doing the same as every other Protoss. I mean, you know, ZVP can turn into some really cool games. But goddamn, it's getting a little bit stale in the early to mid game, isn't it? It's getting really stale. Is that just me? Do you guys feel this too? Because I don't know, but like every game, I mean, I know this one is a bit different with the hatchery block, but a Stargate, a Phoenix, and an Oracle, gateways in charge. Like, I don't know, I've seen this one before, guys. I don't know, it just seems as though the early stages of the PvZ is getting to that point where it's so well figured out that people just do not want to change what they do at all, because they just feel as though they found the best possible way of playing. It's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting though that, you know, Protoss players and Zerg players are so confident. I mean, the Zerg changes up a little bit. This is a +1 melee, a Ling Bane build rather than Ling Bane Hydra, which is cool. But yeah, it's kind of cool because it's a bit different from 2, but it really is interesting that the Protoss players feel as though they found this build which is just so good that there's no alternative, you know? There's no alternative. There's nothing that is perhaps maybe just, you know, better. It's interesting. Anyways, Archon's coming in here and we are going to see a little bit of dropping around. We're going to be seeing the Prism getting pushed away from the Queen. Zealot's going to be warping in here as well, so we do see actually quite a lot of Zerglings going up to the upper right hand side, so a lot of things running around the top, and Zealots moving forwards, currently looking to see what they can get up to. Just going to charge on in, they are going to get themselves a few Ling kills, so a few Lings going down. He is true though, I mean he's been making only Ling Bane for a while off of 45 drones, so while this attack at the front looks a little bit scary, sure, there is Banelings, and oh my god, Zest. He needs to be so careful with these Zealots with the Banelings here. But at the same time, he's actually just going to recall home, but then he's going to be a bit clumped up. Surely unique recalls for Zealots. Oh my god, because the Bane's connected. Well, suddenly he's in a little bit of trouble. He does get the Archons home though, so he is going to be able to start defending with these. Zest's not losing too many workers just yet, continuing to defend. And he is going to be able to continue cleaning up those Zerglings. So Zerglings continue to drop right now. A lot more Zerglings coming through the center of the map towards the top side. A third base from Zest is currently on its way through. Ling's going to surround the Zealot and another. Got a couple of units lifting up there, and we are going to be seeing again Zest just gathering himself together here. A couple of Archons start to morph in. A few slow Banes. I think in general Zest has held on. True started to drone behind this now, so he is taking a bit of a worker lead compared to what he had before. Phoenix comes off over to the right-hand side, looking to see what's going on there, as we do see the Banes are still kind of waddling around. No Bane speed, despite the fact that this was... I mean, I guess there's no lair, right? Because that's how committed he was on the kind of very low drone count attack. So that was a bit of an all-in from True. It did some damage. He did some damage here. Now we see 16 roaches on the way up, and let's maybe see True being aggressive again in the near future. I think Lingers are going to find themselves a fight with some Zealots here, but I kind of feel like this is something the Zealots are kind of happy about, especially as Archon's coming to back them up. Those Lings are all going to go down, bar one. That poor Ling like it's left to tell the tale. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but everyone else died. I couldn't save them. Poor Zerglin, man. Lingers lead some pretty rough lives. The Zealot gets warped in instantly to replace the Zealot lost to the front. That Bane Burst achieving absolutely nothing. As you do see the Prism here down to the south, looking to see what's going on. So just trying to do some more damage here. Zest as he gets up into Storm, +1 attack, Immortals. I mean, Immortals is going to be really important against what is currently a lot of roaches on the way out from True. He doesn't throw down a Hydra's Den. He doesn't look to play Lingbane Hydra. He looks to play roaches, roaches, and even more roaches. So lots of roaches. The Immortal's going to be absolutely huge in a defense against this. Storm will go a long way as well to soften those roaches up. As you do see, the High Templar currently just gathered up on the third base. The Archons dropping down, and we are going to see those starting to work their way through the Spore Crawler here. Spore Crawler gets picked off, and I've just been seeing a couple of those Archons jumping into the Prism. As we see the Zealots here able to work their way through another couple of drones. Zealots continuing to drop right now as they run all the way through the south side. We are going to be seeing again the Archons coming in, picking off again another couple of drones here. So more damage done by Zest. He's in control of this game. It feels like True, who's rebuilding his drone count to kind of get back to even. It feels like he's doing an all-in, which just isn't attacking yet. He's going to move across the map now. I mean, it's a commonly known factor that roaches later in the game are just not that great. What is interesting is, okay, Zest has 3 Immortals, but they're stuck behind this Zealot, so maybe that's a big issue for Zest. If he doesn't find these Immortals, these roaches are going to get a lot more done than they maybe should. But it looks as though he's found them, and now the roaches are going to run up the right-hand side in towards this third base, and we're going to get ready to go. We're going to see an initial storm coming down. The roaches have to pull back initially. Another couple of storms coming down. Oh my god, there's actually Storm City over here. You can just see how good those storms are, and now these roaches are within 1-shot, 2-shot range of the Immortals. The Immortals are just going to absolutely clunk their way through this, and I mean, even an Archon shot or two is just going to get rid of the rest of them as well. Mostly some Ravagers. We do see a Roach run by into the main base. So this is a nice little something from True to try and pull Zest apart, to try and make the most of what is not really an amazing position. You see the couple of Roaches going to continue taking some shots. They will go down, so a couple of Roaches do fall, and you do have so many of these Roaches and Ravagers across the right-hand side. They are going to be seeing what they can get done as well. Stargate coming up currently for Zest, as we see the fleet peeking coming through too. +2 attack upgrade on the Forge. 22 Lings on the way out. The +2 missile attack as well. Immortals dropping down here and able to get a little bit more damage done on a couple of these roaches here and there. Zealots, Archons, Immortal gathering up together. A High Templar as well, and actually a few of these High Templar just gathering up nearby each other. Stargate's coming down. The fleet peeking too. Zest getting ready for the potential later stages of this game, which definitely could come through in a moment or two. I mean, getting in towards the carries, etc. It's going to be something that can really be quite powerful here if True keeps on just being on this very low-tech composition. True's not really in a position or an economy to transition up or to tech up further, but Zest definitely is. You know, Zest has defended multiple times over. It's interesting they're both on such low work counts, by the way. 56 to 59, neither of them up towards the 70-ish number. I guess Zest doesn't have a 4th base to use, and because of all the pressure his main starting to mine out the natural as well, so he doesn't need a 4th base or more workers. Yeah, the 4th base would be lovely, but without a 4th base, it doesn't make sense for him to have more than 60 workers. On True's side of things, he could definitely do with that, although maybe it's something to do with the fact he just doesn't need that many gases, and he also will have a mining out made in natural. So Maybe he's just running on low gas count because he is on this very aggressive unit composition rather than a heavy attack-focused composition. Roaches and Ravagers going to come in from the right-hand side here. We see Immortals, Archons, and Zealots pushing some Lings away to the left as well, so that's continued to defend here from Zest. First carriers are about to start coming up. There is nothing on the map currently which deals with carriers. Like, absolutely nothing. I mean, okay, some Queens is literally the only thing. Drew doesn't even have a Hive list, and he doesn't even have a Spire. He has a zero answer to even this Oracle, which is working its way through, you know, a Baneling or two, a Ravager or two. Oh, some good Storms from a distance, actually getting a couple of Banes off the edge of that army. That works quite nicely, as we see Archons and Immortals of Zest going to gather together just on the 4th base here. Have a few Banelings starting to wolf in as we do see the carry again into play, and starting to kind of do some damage. Truth like question mark. Zest is just laughing. I mean, what can you say? It's it's really kind of a bit of a laughing moment. Like, where's your anti-air, buddy? What are you gonna do about this, eh? Carriers actually pick up quite a lot of Banes. Some Links on the top side. Well, the Banes are actually getting quite a lot done here. I mean, Micro from Zest, as here comes the rest of the army, by the way. It was split up, expecting maybe some multi-front harassment. There's just nothing to deal with these carriers, apart from the fact that Zest is just sitting in Corrosive Biles. So that shouldn't happen, and I'm pretty sure if more Corrosive Biles come down, Zest will actually start to move away and to dodge. And you can just see that obviously Drew's army is really not going to be anywhere near a competition anymore. So Zest continuing to push forwards and just working his way through this. And this hatchery going to go down in the center. A few more High Templar warping in. And Zest really just again continue to push forwards, looking as though he's going to be able to just keep on, well, doing pretty much everything right now. I mean, these Banes keep on rolling forwards. They come off a very nearly getting Archon. They'll just get the Archon at the very end of this here now. This really is just about going to the game. GG. Zest takes game number 2 and the series, and he'll move